You extend all of the other roads with about 3 kilometers. I don't know where that will reach. So all the roads within the Honorable Commissioner for Works, I hope you are hearing now. Please, everything I say, let the ministry that are responsible note the things I've said. Don't let people remind months after the DG of government have requested for street lights. He says he does not need to ask because he knows that the elders don't talk much. You don't expect an elder to prostrate for you. So please give them street lights.
Speaking on the project, the Commissioner for Works and Fire Service, Professor Noibanga, explained that the 3 roads projects were inherited from the previous administration and have been completed to specifications.
These 3 roads meet all standards. We have 150 millimeter laterite sub-base, 150 millimeter crushed stone base, and 50 millimeter wearing course on these roads. And these roads are 8.5 meters apart, drain to drain.
The chairman of Uyo Local Government's Transition Committee, Dr. Wemedi Modo, commended the spread of projects and maintained that Governor Moino was deliberate about ensuring that everyone enjoys dividends of good governance. Some residents of the area, including Chief Assam Assam, SAN, Obong Paul Ekbo, and a former National Assembly lawmaker, Miss Emmanuel Ekon, testified of Governor Moino's exceptional leadership disposition.
But I have watched you from afar ever since you became governor of Akwa Ibom State, my governor. And I want to tell you that there are things that you have done that is pleasing, that has touched me as a person, and that is drawing me closer to you.
Patience John, AKBC News.
The state government has reiterated its commitment to the safety of Akwa Ibom residents against flooding as predicated by the 2024 annual flood outlook report of the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency. The deputy governor Akon Eyabenyi gave the assurance during the inaugural meeting of the Emergency and Disaster Management Committee in Uyo. Government House reporter Utobima Okon tells us more.
Senator Yayi said the inaugural meeting became necessary to enable the committee swing into action in fulfillment of the mandate given by Governor Moino for the mitigation of the possible impact associated with the prediction made by the federal agency. Describing the job of the committee as life-saving, the deputy governor charged members to do their utmost, considering the enormity of the task and the confidence reposed in them by the governor. Senator Yayi maintained that the success of the committee will be defined by its ability to effectively sensitize all Akwa Ibomites about the annual flood outlook report and get them to desist from practices which are inimical to the safety of the environment.
I want to welcome you people on behalf of the government of Akwa Ibom State to this important life-saving meeting. We've been warned, we've been alerted that this is coming, so for us to ensure that what has been predicted, even if it comes, the effect, the negative effect will be reduced. And so the intention of this meeting is not to throw us into panic, is not to throw quite many people into panic, but rather it is meant to help us to take necessary steps towards mitigating the problem.
Also speaking, the Commissioner for Information, Comrade Inemebong, thanked Senator Yayi for demonstrating capacity as chairman of the committee, expressing optimism that the committee will fulfill its mandate. Comrade Inemebong expressed the need for a deeper investigation to ascertain the state of the flood control systems in the state.
I really committed to work with you and to work with external partners and colleagues to make sure that yes, will the flood come? Yes, sorry, yes, will the flood go? Yes, it will go. difference will be what remains of Akwa Ibom and the affected areas when the flood has come and gone. And we are hoping that when the flood has gone, we shall be able to sit and say that it is not as bad as we anticipated it to be. Not because we did nothing, but because we did things that will become mitigating.
On his part, the South-South representative of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Mr. Wilson Brandon, pledged NEMA's readiness to work with the state in averting the predicted crisis.
We would like to present today important messages that was mentioned related to the flood that was forecasted for the South-South states.
After the inaugural meeting, the committee moved to the Akpan Semen Hall, Government House, for a one-day workshop on emergency and disaster management, where papers on topics like emergency, disaster management, preparedness, mitigation, repose and recovery plan in Akwa Ibom State, among other topics, were presented by resource persons. Concerns were raised and discussed.
Flood mitigation is not a one-man thing. It's not what I can do alone. It's something that all hands must be on deck.
The environment has become more vulnerable to disasters and emergency, making it an imperative for Akwa Ibom State Environmental Protection and Waste Management Agency to set up modalities in response to unforeseen emergencies and disasters in Akwa Ibom State.
Otobe Maokon, AKBC News.
The state government has gone into a partnership with an investment company, Africa Plus Partners Nigeria Limited, to construct a 1,600-bed hostel at the Ikorakbaden campus of the Akwa Ibom State University. The Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idonwasode Tiebet, and the Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Nseisien, signed the contract on behalf of the state government at the groundbreaking ceremony of the project. The event was witnessed by representatives of the Federal Ministry of Education. Mercy Ekere reports.
Speaking on behalf of the state government, the commissioner said collaborations that will advance the sector will always be welcomed, adding that the project would further boost the efforts of the state government through the provision of a conducive environment for the students. She assured that the state government will continue to provide all the basic needs of the institution, including subvention.
Today's event is very important in the sense that it will further boost our collective efforts in providing a conducive environment for our students to study and come out as well-rounded graduates, ready to face the world, defined by opportunities and challenges. On our part, we are ensuring that the other basic needs and challenges of this institution are attended to.
The Vice Chancellor of Akwa Ibom State University, Professor Nseisien, expressed delight at the development, hoping that on completion of the project, there will be increase in the population of students as issues of accommodation would have been resolved.
Over the years, lack of suitable accommodation has been quite challenging for our students. It has affected their living conditions and sometimes has posed security threat to them. We have been faced with situations where candidates prefer other institutions that provide accommodation as their first choice, thereby denying us the opportunity to admit students to fill our carrying capacity.
The head, Deal Origination and Investment at Africa Plus Partners Nigeria Limited, Mr. Dipo Lawore, who commended Governor Moino's strides in education, assured that the 1,600-bed hostels for both male and female students of AKSU would be completed within 12 months.
The way we've done it essentially is to make sure that they can't be maximum, they can't exceed 4 in a room, meaning 4 people staying in one room, and those 4 people will have their own facility, their own toilets and baths, and it's on an in-suite room essentially. So if you're in any of these accommodations, you can be rest assured that for the period you're studying here, You will not face water problem, you will not face power problem, and you will not face indecent occupation. So it will be clean and decent.
The agreement signed between the state government and African Plus partners had 4 legal documents, including the stakeholders agreement, deed of lease, escrow agreement, and concession agreement. Mercy Ekere, AKBC News.
7th Implementation Support Permission of the Rural Access and Agricultural Marketing Project RAAMP meeting has been concluded in Uyo. The meeting, which lasted for 3 days, was attended by World Bank and French Development Agency, who are the development partners. Eyaleno Paul reports.
RAMP is a federal government project co-sponsored by the World Bank and French Development Agency to link rural areas to urban areas through roads in order to enable local farmers bring out their goods. In Akwa Ibom State, the construction of feeder roads, Owuruta, Nongokwekere, Afarudoyo, Edebom, Utwat Market Junction Road had commenced since last year and was flagged off by Governor Moino. To this end, the officials of RAMP came to Uyo for a 3-day meeting to assess the level of work done on the roads and in other states. Addressing the gathering, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Ofiong-Ofo, thanked RAMP for hosting the meeting in the state, saying Akwa Ibom is very accommodating and peaceful. Dr. Ofo, who stressed that the governor has counter-funded the RAMP project, lauded them for keying into their Rice Agenda initiative by ensuring a safe environment for farmers, and promised that the project will succeed in the state.
Most of them are feeder roads. Feeder roads means roads where linking to farms, where farmers can easily bring out their farm produce to the markets or to their homes. So it's very important that these roads are in good conditions, because when they're in good conditions, it will stabilize food prices, reduce post-harvest losses. The benefits are enormous.
The national coordinator of RAMP project, Engineer Aminu Muhammad, said they were in Kano weeks ago for the same purpose of accessing the ongoing project of RAMP, explaining that the meeting is to identify challenges to the project and propose solutions in all the states.
So the primary objective of our coming here, one, is to assess the implementation of the project so far, look at the achievement made, and equally identify some challenges, if any, in the implementation of the project.
The state coordinator, Pastor Gideon Okpan, while giving an overview of the ongoing construction in the state, said over 60% of work has been done, but appealed for stone-based road to be constructed because of the terrain.
Demonstration road that His Excellency wrapped up in May last year, we have achieved, as recorded, the 65.86% of civil works completion. Our hope is that by September we should be able to deliver that project.
Representatives of World Bank and that of French Development Agency bared their minds at the meeting, which featured a technical session and reviews of other states. The media team of the Ministry of Agriculture sang a birthday song for the commissioner, whose birthday was the previous day.
May the good Lord bless you. Happy birthday to you.
Eyaleno Paul, AKBC News.
Every school gives scholarship to 7 primary school leavers. This and more after the break. Stay with us.
This is our home, where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. It's all him and you know. We go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we be. It's all him and
Have you back. If you're just joining us, this is AKBC 45 News at 7. Moving on to other stories now. The Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idong Asedetiebet, has inaugurated an upgraded chemistry laboratory at the Migrant Community Secondary School, Ibakang, in Selectai local government area. The laboratory is facilitated by the National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion, NOTAP. The inauguration was watched by indigents of the area, including the member representing Uyo Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Elder Mark Esset. Mercy Ekere filed the following report here presented.
Of Education Friendly Governor, Pastor Umoino, on behalf of the Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idong Asedetiebet, I commission this chemistry laboratory and equipment therein to the glory of God and for the use of our children in Jesus' name. Amen.
Commending the initiative of NOTAP, the commissioner, who was represented by the permanent secretary in the ministry, Lady Reus Bassi, said the gesture will enable the school children have access to qualitative education and aid in solving critical science challenges. She reiterated Governor Moino's commitment to advancing the sector, charging the school management and the students to make good use of the facility and protect it from misuse or vandalism.
The study of chemistry is inherently practical, and these new laboratory materials will significantly enhance the students' learning experiences.
The Director General, National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion, Dr. Idoroyin Imiyor, said education is the cornerstone of progress in any society, and that science education in particular holds the key to unlocking boundless potentials, especially in the 21st century. Dr. Imiyor urged the school management to deepen their commitment in nurturing the next generation of scientists, innovators, and leaders.
In this laboratory, students will not only conduct experiments, but also cultivate critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and a passion for inquiry. It will serve as a hub of innovation where students can explore, experiment, and collaborate to push boundaries of their understanding of the world around them.
The member representing Uyo Federal Constituency and indigene of the area, Elder Mark Esset, commended NOTAP for the donation, saying, it is in tandem with the Arise agenda of Governor Moino.
The message is that the forthcoming examinations, both WAEC and NECO, the performance of the students of this school in terms of science exams will be very, very remarkable. And the same time to come out with A's in their chemistry.
Messages of felicitation were presented by the village head as well as the school principal, Mr. Raphael Ubak.
NOTAP has graciously selected my community secondary school for this intervention.
We are the migrant students. We love you and always do.
Tower of Ivory Schools, Nigeria has awarded scholarships to 7 primary school leavers in various categories. The award recipients had sat for an entrance examination last month at all arms of Tower of Ivory secondary schools in Uyo, Abak, and Port Harcourt. Eyarino Paul completes the story.
Speaking with newsmen shortly after the presentation at Lady Dorothy Ekbudom Hall, the Chairman Board of Governors of the school, retired DIG Udom Ekbudom, explained that the scholarship was instituted for brilliant students to help them attain academic excellence. Retired DIG Ekbudom said award of scholarship, which started from 2010 to indigent students of the area and others, was one of the programs embarked upon by the school. He maintained that the tuition fee scholarship, which is a new scheme for brilliant students, is different from the previous scheme, which was for indigent children, and will span for 3 years, 2 years, and 1 year for the first, second, and third position winners, respectively.
Scholarship. Now, we don't want to concentrate only on the indigent students. They want to start giving both indigent and those mainly on academic merits. For today, the scholarships are going to those on merits.
The coordinator of schools, Lady Dorothy Ekbudom, recounted the numerous achievements of the school and attributed the success story to discipline and hard work.
We work in the ordinances of God, helping people and helping others.
Pastor Udokban, who spoke on behalf of the Parent Teachers Association PTA, extolled the academic standard in the school and hailed the staff whose efforts have helped to single out Tower of Ivory Schools Nigeria as one of the great citadels of learning.
If you give your child education, you give her the world.
Tower of Ivory has not disappointed me. I appreciate you.
This is an international school.
The Director of Administration and Projects, Engineer Ibong Ekbudom, pledged the commitment of the school to molding students for a better tomorrow.
And also join the management team and students of these schools in congratulating them. We urge them that as they start in the next academic session, that they should maintain that high standard of academic performance.
Well, I feel so happy, and I'm most especially grateful to my parents, my teachers, my family members.
I feel happy. It's very exciting to get the scholarship.
The beneficiaries of the scholarship are Delight David Jaffet of Iward School with 3-year scholarship, Aroma Lawika Afe of Little Flower School with 2-year scholarship, Olutayo Joshua Mande of Green Pairs International School with 1-year scholarship, Faith Imabong Udo Wangfon Solomon, and Idiomfon William Udom of Tower of Ivory Elementary Schools, and Darwin Sam George of Elton Christian School, Ozubiko, Port Harcourt. Eyageno Paul, AKBC News.
The federal government has inaugurated a technical committee for the Global Partnership for Education Refugee Project in Akwa Ibom State, with the Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idonwasile Tebet, as chairman. The inauguration was held in Oyo during a sensitization workshop for education stakeholders in the state. The committee has an objective of engaging relevant stakeholders and strategizing on modalities for the smooth implementation of the project and ensuring that children, including refugees, benefit from it. The Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idonwasile Tebet, appreciated the Global Partnership for Education for selecting Akwa Ibom as one of the benefiting states. She said the implementation of the project will significantly improve the lives of beneficiaries by providing education and training opportunities, noting that the project aligns with the education component of Governor Moeno's Arise agenda. Mrs. Tebet assured the investors of the state government's commitment to the progress of the project. At the event were representatives of the Federal Ministry of Education, Coordinator Save the Children Campaign, Mrs. Oneyi, and the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee, Ms. Evelyn Katono. The technical committee has the Director of State Education Quality Assurance, Dr. Rosalyn Mfon, as secretary, while other members are selected from various education agencies, including the State Universal Basic Education Board, State Universal Basic Education Board, I beg your pardon, State Emergency Management Agency, Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare, as well as other implementing partners. An indigene of Akwa Ibom State, Idorin James Utodio, a native of Ikot Odiong, Ididep, Ibionibum local government area is plagued with a life-threatening health condition which needs financial assistance for a surgery. Idurian therefore appeals to Akwa Ibom state government, philanthropists and individuals who are touched by her plight to assist her. The account details of financial assistance is Idurian Celestine Utodio 2197 5835 06 UBA, while our mobile phone number is 0906 4858 125. To end the news, another look at stories that made the headlines. The construction of additional 9 kilometers internal roads and installation of street lights on Paul Ekpo Crescent, Emmanuel Ekon Avenue and Obube MM Street in Shelter Afrique Estate have been approved by Governor Omoino. The approval was given during the inauguration of internal roads in the estate as part of activities to mark Governor Omoino's first year in office. The state government has gone into a partnership with an investment company, Africa Plus Partners Nigeria Limited, to construct a 1,600-bed hostel at the Ikorakbaden campus of the Akwa Ibom State University. The Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idongasiri Tebet, and the Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Nseisien, signed the contract on behalf of the state government at the groundbreaking ceremony of the project. Tower of Ivory Schools Nigeria has awarded scholarships to 7 primary school leavers in various categories. The award recipients had sat for an entrance examination last month at all arms of Tower of Ivory secondary schools in Uyo, Abak and Port Harcourt. We also brought you a report that the federal government has inaugurated a technical committee for the Global Partnership for Education Refugee Project in Akwa Ibom State, with the Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idongasiri Tebet, as chairman. The inauguration was held in Uyo during a sensitization workshop for education stakeholders in the state. And that's it for 7. There'll be more news at noon. Do join us then.